Clashes have broken out every night since the start of the holy month of Ramadan. This after authorities set up a barricade at Damascus Gate, a traditional gathering spot. Now, a far-right Jewish group, meanwhile, were blocked after leading a march of hundreds of protesters chanting, "Arabs, get out." For more on this story, we can go across to France 24's Irris Makler standing by in Jerusalem for us. Irris, what started all of this?
You know, it's quite interesting. It's difficult to put your finger on anything other than the fact that there's an underlying tension here all the time, and all you need is a small match for it to burst into flame. And so what we saw was that Palestinians were not allowed to come and pray at Al-Aqsa during Ramadan in the numbers that they usually do. That was COVID related. We saw Palestinian youth who, after the iftar, the breakfast meal in the evening in Ramadan, always hang out at the Damascus Gate. That was closed to them. They didn't like that, and their response was to find Israelis, often ultra-Orthodox Jews, who were in the old city going to pray. They'd beat them up and they'd upload those photos to TikTok. That brought the police to them, and that brought the right-wing Israeli groups, the ultra-nationalist groups, to them too. So every day this week, we've seen, in increasing numbers and increasing nastiness, confrontations between the two, street fights, I'd call them. And then last night, which was the largest night so far, the police separated the two groups and there were injured on both sides.
And Irris, is this all likely to escalate further?
It's very hard to predict. I would say at the moment, certainly on the Jewish side, there were 200 to 300 protesters. They're marginalised. They're not mainstream. But if, you know, it doesn't take much here. That's the thing. If this continues night after night, you could bring other people in. And I think that's the danger. When it stops being marginalised youth on each side, and if there's any other reason, for example, let's say the cancellation or the postponement of elections in the Palestinian Authority, that's something that is being spoken about, that could be a match that would start something much bigger.